Good morning, stupid. Welcome back to hashtag 360 stupid. We are stupid people asking you smart people simple questions. King of stupid here, Mike check MICCCZECH is in the Republic. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? All other genders, fenders, benders, everybody. Yeah, everybody's welcome here at hashtag 360 stupid. What? Hey y'all, thanks again all the time, every time. 13,000 downloads and stacking up. Woo-wee. Thanks to y'all lovely people out there listening in, downloading, sharing, and all the other things everybody's always asking us to do. Who's paying us to do all this work? Yo, you'll just sit back and listen and I'll tell you what? You know. Actually, come to think about it. Oh, wait. Come to think about it, I comes to the conclusions that nobody really knows. Ain't that funny? You know, nobody really knows. Somebody said there's a few truths in life. The few that I know is if you're born, you're gonna get sick. And at some point, your life is gonna come to a lovely, lovely ending, hopefully. Physically, of course, because, I ain't going challenging nobody's belief for nothings. I should do an episode on that. Oh, man, I haven't done Sunday sermon forever. Whoo. I just been busy, folks. The move is on. 7 years. I guess almost 8 years. Yeah, by the end of all this should be about 8 years. Whoo-wee. 8 years of living one place. And now, living one place like in a room is different than owning and maintaining and blah 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 on property. So I got lots of stuff, man. The thing is, that's a lot to explain. Basically, I wasn't really prepared to sell and move so quickly, and things just fell into place as per usual. And so, yeah. I'll give you folks all the details after a while, but I got to say, moving a lot of stuff. Hi, Mr. Brownie. I think Mr. Brown might have a little something under his foot. Come on, Bobish. What you got, buddy? Is this one your left footy? Oops. Nope, he's good. My boys. There's a pickle jar and empty bottles. Holy mother. I should take a picture. Oh, if I take a picture, it'll stop the recording. There's a gigantic pickle jar. A gallon. Holy mother. It's a gallon pickle jar and 2, 4, 6 Budweisers. Oh, hey, you know what? I'll tell you guys a story. A traveling story. Man, I haven't traveled for like... Ooh-wee. Folks, there's travelers and there's tourists. And I got to tell ya, I am a traveler. Traveling, there's different levels also, of course. To immerse inside another culture, location, and discover the nuances. It's always the little things, people. We've heard this said endlessly. It's always the little things. And I'm not talking about these pretty little puppies. I'm talking about the little things. The little things make and break everything. And of course, timing. Timing. You got to have the timing, folks. timing is everything. Speaking of time, whew, it's hot. Hot, yo. Oh, the cap on the thing is off. Okay. Sorry, y'all, squirreling around. It's been a while, lots going on. I got my mind like racking from all the things I got to doing. You know, again, I got to say, buying an RV, folks, for me, oh man, one of the best decisions by far. Because, you know, like, I got a lot of stuff to move. I mean, holy moly. I still got 3 trailers. No, 2 trailers on the RV. Wait, no, hold on. 3 trailers. Holy mother. The big one's gonna be for the tools. No, I got a semi trailer that I ended up moving everything into so that I can free up the back garage shed thing and prepare to move. Holy mother, geez, 8 years, folks, in one location. All the tools. I was gonna just sell everything like I usually do, and the tools and all that stuff. But then buying everything again, and I'm not like moving like way over yonder. I'm gonna stay in the AZ here. My location isn't gonna impact the progression of multiple locations for foster care. Oh man, I've been working that too. Whew, man. You know, I get it. I get that we don't want things to be too easy, because then everybody will try it, which I kind of like, you know, but I get it. The few always rule the masses. Now, you might be thinking like the holy governors and all this stuff. No. The few always govern the masses. Who am I talking about? The naughty few. So, on average, the average person, I'm talking like 90% plus, 96 I think, is 97, whatever, high 90s, let's say 90, no, half. Damn, oh, Bitcoin. Oh, all right, let me stay focused. The majority of the world's population prefers not to commit what we consider crime, but let's say immoral acts like taking, stealing, these types of things. We'll keep it light. That's what I'm saying, because the money. So, given the option, the largest majority of people will do the appropriate thing for the culture and location, blah, 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 blah. Now, those people, 90+% of those people are governed by the slightest. See, because there isn't just, us good folks that'll just, obey and do and whatever. There's the ones that don't necessarily go out of their way to not do appropriate things. Like, for example, the words speed limit means that is the maximum of speed that you can, or you're supposed to, travel. Now, we all know if anybody is below the speed limit. So society, the masses, the everyday you and me, have a clear understanding that the speed limit is the speed in which you do not exceed beyond. But if anybody is beneath the speed limit, everybody will hate that person. Think about that. Think about that. What would you rather do? Would you rather get a speeding ticket from one person, or would you rather have 99%, it'd actually be closer to 100%, but or would you rather have nearly every other person driving hate your entire existence? That's basically the options, right? Well, there's a sweet spot, and I love cruise control. Yo, set the cruise and hit the road. Cruise control. It's great for fuel efficiency. All around. Cruise control is the way to go. Safety, blah, blah, blah. Cruise control is the way to go. But cruise control does something that I have seen and I've observed or recognized. But it's such a fine, like if somebody's going 50 miles an hour and I have my cruise control set on 50 miles an hour, the likelihood is my vehicle that's on cruise control will maintain its speed. Okay, I might go up half a mile, maybe a mile at the most, and then come back down, but it generally stays in the 50 mile or the mile set. So if I'm set on 50 miles an hour and there's another vehicle that must be doing a slower speed. Now, I don't know how much, maybe a mile, maybe 2, maybe 5, but they cannot be going too slow because my advancement towards them is not too fast. So if I'm not getting that close that fast, they must not be going that much below 50. But they have to be going below 50, right? Because the cruise control is set on 50 and I'm catching up to them. So as I get closer to them, somehow, and this is my perception, it seems like the gain slows down. Now, I ain't no engineers or nothing, but aerodynamic air dynamics affecting vehicles is a clearly recognized and understood factor in vehicle transport. So if I or a vehicle is really close to another vehicle right behind them, I think it's called Airstream or whatever, the Airstream can flow over instead of through, which would give the person in the back a better vehicle experience. I don't know what it is, but basically it'll go faster, save more fuels because you're not necessarily you're not needing to brake through the air, but you're flowing behind the other vehicle. Racers do it, it's a very commonly known thing. So when you are next to a vehicle, everybody feels it, of course, especially big semi, heavy loaded, kind of windy. Boom, you get this gust of wind. That's their braking, and then it's coming off to the sides, which also impacts them and the trailer. Now, that does impact the speed of both vehicles. that impacts the regulator of my cruise control. So we're not talking like this thing dropping like 10 miles, bro. We're talking fractions of a mile, maybe at the max mile, nowhere ever near 2 miles. Okay, so if I'm going 50 miles an hour, or if my cruise control is set on 50, and this thing happens with the wind and the vehicles, it's not going to go to 35 miles an hour and then jump back up to 50. It's going to stay mostly at 50. So as I'm getting closer to this other vehicle that seems to must have accelerated, right? Accelerates to the point where they're literally right next to me, as opposed to me passing them, which is what should be happening, right? If I'm set on 50 miles an hour and I'm getting closer to you, and then I should just pass you, unless of course your vehicle accelerates. So I've always kind of known, right? Because I driven cars without cruise control, but I can obviously see the speed. But you know, human feet touching, feeling, mile changing. Okay, you know, maybe I'm decelerating as maybe they might be slightly accelerating, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we could take that. But when there's solid cruise control, especially with new technology, oh, it's digital. Digital. That means a computer computing the speed. It's so fuel efficient. Whew, I likes it. Especially with my diesel. Oh man, I'm looking forward to that truck. Oh, there I go, scrolling again. So, with cruise control, I recognize this happening frequently because I love to drive, and I drive long and hard and far. And then I come back and long and hard and slow. I like me driving. I like traveling. I like the driving. I am looking forward to the autopilot. I am certainly looking forward to the full autopilot. Whoo! You gotta wonder. Okay. I was gonna way scroll on that one. Okay. All right. Let me focus. So, cruise control, acceleration, peoples. You gotta wonder, right? Okay, now, if you don't want me to drive past you, and for whatever reason, and so you want to accelerate, okay, cool, man. Go right ahead. But why accelerate and stay literally right next to me, especially on a 2-lane highway? Both in the obvious same direction. Well, right? I mean, why accelerate to stay right next to me? And I mean, I'm cool with, you know, hitting the accelerator, pass, and then drop it, and it sits out right back into the cruise control setting. No biggie. But nope, right next to me. And I just wonder, like, are they conscious of it? Are they aware of it? They have to be. I mean, 2 vehicles ripping down the road at 50 miles an hour. Whew, yo, the dynamics on that, the physics on that, oh man. Whew. My boys haven't been walking in a while. Nasty Nate, thanks, brother. Watch my boys. I think it was about a week or so. He's got his own place, yo. Good job, my man. Nice place. 50 miles an hour. So they must be aware of my presence, of my vehicle's presence, especially right next to you. Now, were they aware as I was accelerating towards them? Maybe. When did they become conscious or aware? And when did they decide to maintain the exact speed. Now, I know they're not using cruise control because of a few reasons. One, I would have passed them. Two, is there is a very slight movement in the spacing as they decelerate and accelerate, because you cannot maintain the exact speed for only so long. Folks, I'm telling you, cruise control is the thing to do. Cruise control, especially with new technology, is phenomenal. And the amount of fuel that we save by utilizing the cruise control, oh my. I had an older vehicle from Phoenix, Arizona to Glendale, California. On cruise control, it would be 3/4 of a tank. It was a small little 4-cylinder cruise control, almost less than a tank. Somebody else drove my car without cruise control, almost a tank and a half. That's how much we're talking about saving on fuel. That's a lot of money now. It was a lot of money then too, but it's a lot of fuel. Man, I'm looking forward to that. Cybertruck is, damn it, scrolled again. Oh, I lost it. Oh, cruise control, okay. So, they might not be aware of me gaining on them. Most likely they are, obviously, especially if there isn't that many vehicles around. Straight shot, boom, I see the guy, okay, because we're all watching out for the terrorists, because we're all technically violating the law. And if you don't, everybody on the road will hate you. That was the topic, right? So 50 miles an hour, what do you do? What do? You find that sweet spot, and that sweet spot moves like life. And life is basically living with others. Right? I mean, when you're alone, like nothing, no one, no dogs, no pets, nothing, just you move different, you say different, you speak different, you actually do speak and think and act in flagellants differently, right? When we're around people, actually not just people, just life, like even plants, right? If you have a plant, you have to care for it, you have to do things with it, interact with it. You just can't not. But when you're alone, folks, whew, that's the thing. It's hard to be our absolute true nature when there's others around. But at some point, you're gonna crack, right? If you spend enough time with anybody, you're gonna crack. You're gonna turn to you. Now, I was catering in Portland, Oregon. Oh, beautiful place. And it was a 50-year anniversary. And of course we had to get there before, set up everything, and I was like, it's usually at least 10-30 minutes before everything starts, people show up, and everyone's literally sitting around the couple. And I said, and everything was done. I mean, woo, we're talking like high end, not super high, but And I said, what's the secret? They both almost instantly exactly said, spend as little time as you can with each other. Yeah, spend as little time. Huh. That would work. Yeah. If you're busy, they're busy, everyone's busy, the very little time that you have with each other is not the actual two real people interacting with each other. It's the who you met and who I acted like when we met, right? Who we actually are comes out. But it's the little things. That's what we were talking about. Boom, I brought it back. Oh. It's the little things, folks. And, you know, the little things, the little manicuring, the little trim, the little crown molding, these little things add incredible value. But when we're looking at another person, at another life, at another living thing, like my boys, two completely different personalities, two completely different dogs. It's the idiosyncrasies that I absolutely adore about them. Sometimes, hey, oh man, I think the thing is out. Hey, I'm gonna leash them up, and so I could keep. Hey, hoop, hoop, come on, hey, get, come on. Sorry, folks. He was getting in the canal, my boy. I think whatchamacallit is out. Coyote, humble boss. You're such a good boy. You always listen. Where's Mr. Brown? Huh, buddy? Come on. He knows it's gonna get leashy, Mr. Brown. Well, I don't like it either, boys. Oh, I'm all tied up. Darn it. All right, so, sorry, folks. Phone's not in my hand. I'm using the microphone. The phony microphone. There he is. Hi, Mr. Brownie. You know, some dogs will do as they are asked or told if they're afraid. Some dogs will do and as they're told or asked because it gives them pleasure. So my boys, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. There we go. We could just parlay off that. So Mr. Black will come to me quickly and it's not because he's afraid of me, but he is way more afraid of me. Or, well, I take that back. His reaction to me every once in a great while, I might like raise my voice at them, is more of a, oh man, okay, we're good, oh, I'm sorry, whatever. Whereas to get Mr. Brown to come to me, and this is something I learned from the thing, from the research, Cesar Millan. If I had done that with him, before I learned from him, before I learned from Cesar, the dog whisperer, I thought you punish them if they don't do as you want. Well, that doesn't really make sense right now. I understand that. If you want me to make you a hamburger and then you punish me, I'm like, maybe making the hamburger for you is not a good idea. So, if you want the dog to come to you, which at some point they're going to come to you, right? And then you punish them or whatever, not necessarily physical, but like, you know, be aggressive with them or whatever, they're not likely to come to you faster next time. So with Mr. Brown, I was a bit more frustrated, you know, a bit more like handling him in the beginning, and then I'm like, okay, well, I take that back. Sometimes I do that, but yeah, even from the beginning, I've always been like, oh, you know, you're good, come on. But, and that's why I know clearly that he is much more likely to learn and maintain that knowledge if he is rewarded. Now, I don't do the whole treats thing. I don't think that's a good idea, because if you ain't got a treat, what's that? You know? Oh, there's a 7th beer bottle. Oh, I was gonna tell you a triple. Oh man. The little things. Yes, that's what it was about. So, boys, let's have a seat. Let me explain this. Whew. Oh, my boys. So, in China, I was invited to a phenomenal, amazing, awesome club. And we're talking like $3,000 or $4,000 US at the minimum for a bottle of champagne. That's the cheapest bottle of champagne that they had. The beer of choice was Budweiser, which is actually the correct name and pronunciation. Budweiser. That's another story. The little nuances, the little things. That club was amazing. I had, what a great time. Oh, phone. Oh, it's the one. All right, folks, I gotta go. Sorry about that. So it's the little things, but it's the things that aren't necessarily the greatest or the most pleasant, you know. Like that particular thing about Mr. Brown and Mr. Black. One comes to me, Mr. Brown just gets to me, you know, whenever he wants to get to it. And he only comes because Mr. Black comes, because if, yeah, so, it's the little things, and it's not always the prettiest little things, like, I'll save the story. All right, I'm gonna head on. Folks, like it or not, we're doing this thing. And thanks to y'all, it's happening. I'm like beyond amazed at 13,000. And that was a while ago. I mean, we're already past 13. That's amazing. And I'm grateful for every single one of you folks. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Hey, hey, there he is. Coyote! I knew he was around. Oh, he's not barking. Oh. Camera came on instead of. All right, folks. I'm gonna hit on and turn on the light. All right. Hey, hey. All right, folks. Let me get this. Whew. Hey, folks. Sorry about that. Whew. Damn, that was close. Oh, the coyote didn't even bark, yo, or howl, or whatever they do. All right, folks. Thank you for listening. And I am Mike Check. This is hashtag 360 Stupid. I am the king of stupid. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the privilege of your time. Good night, stupid.